Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining me once again for our Facebook live tutorial every Wednesday at 12 p.m. Eastern Time Zone. Apologize for being a little late as this is the first time that I am streaming into 4 platforms. So Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and LinkedIn Live. So this is a huge milestone for me. Thank you for being so patient with me. Hey, Stephanie. So if you're joining me on Facebook, please click on the StreamYard link so that I can see your name and I can call you out, address you by your name instead of calling you Facebook user. And then for Instagram, hey, Stella, thank you for joining me. Hey, Ray City Events, thank you for joining me. Hey, Christine. Let's see who else. Okay, Facebook user. So very exciting. Okay, this is the first time I'm going on LinkedIn Live, so I don't know how it goes, but hopefully it's streaming right now, so I will be able to watch it again. My YouTube subscribers, thank you for watching me one more time on Wednesday. So for those new followers who is watching me the very first time, my name is May Yo Silvers. I am the owner of M2 Hospitality, a multiple six-figure event planning company, and also the founder, event mentor, and coach for events for anyone, where we provide a mentorship program called the Unstoppable Eventrepreneur to event planners to help them start and grow their event planning company into a six-figure profit business as well. So Facebook user, I say, glad to see you made it today. Yes, I made it today. So for those of you who missed me last week, I hope that the video that we drop in on the role play on the site inspection and discovery call has helped you, because that's what we do inside our paid mentorship program. We do a lot of role plays so that you are familiar with conversations and when you go for site inspection. Okay, hey Stephanie, thank you for joining us. Okay, so hey Jacqueline, haven't seen you for a while as well. Okay, make sure you click on this thing so May can see you. All right, fantastic. Okay, so I have a hard stop at 12:30 because I need to go coach inside my mentorship program at 12:30. So today I want to be respectful. Yes, Nia, I can see your name. Thank you. So, hey Veronica. So if I did not call out your name, not because I'm ignoring you, but I just want to be very respectful of your time as well, because now we are talking to several platforms. We have 4 platforms going on at one time. So today is monumental, going live on LinkedIn for the first time. So for those of you for giving me your time today, I want to thank you for your time. Okay. And for those of you watching replay, just hashtag replay. Okay. So today we want to talk a little bit about creating your plan for 2022, right? How are we going to create your vision plan for 2022? So yes, Nia, I can see your name. So you click on that link, so it worked. Okay, so how do we create your vision for 2022? So before we create your plan for 2022, your goals and your resolution, let's look at the goals and resolution that you have made for 2021. All right, so let's look at what you have made for 2021, especially if you are making the same goal for 2022. So I am going to use the most common goal that at least 50% of us are going to make for 2022, which is trying to eat better and trying to exercise more and trying to lose some weight. Okay, so if you have put those goals and resolutions and your vision, those goals for 2021, and you're planning to put it again for 2022, let's hold on to that. Okay, so first step you need to do is to evaluate. All right, whatever goals that you are going to be putting or resolutions you're putting for 2022, ask yourself if these were the same goals that you made for 2021. Okay, hey Ria, hey Siobhan, thank you for joining me. So ask yourself if those are the same goals that you have made for 2021. If it happens to be the same goal, I want you to go into step 2. Okay, so if you're making the same goals, I want you to go into step 2. You have to ask yourself, did you achieve those goals? Obviously, you probably either achieve the goal and you want to continue with the success, or if you didn't achieve those goals and you want to restart for 2022. Okay, so you have to ask yourself these questions. So what are the goals that I'm going to set for 2022? And then you ask yourself, are those the same goals for 2021? That's step number one. Step number two, if they were the same, if they are the same goals for 2021, you have to ask yourself, okay? You have to ask yourself, first thing you're going to ask yourself is, did I achieve those goals? Second thing you're going to ask yourself is, if I didn't achieve, did I not achieve those goals? You have to evaluate, okay? You have to evaluate, did you achieve the goals or not? So if you have not achieved the goals, you have to ask yourself, how come I did not achieve the goals? And you also have to write it down, what did I do to achieve the goals? So scenario number one, what that happens to be, you didn't achieve the goals. All right, so you already identify your goals, and then for 2021 you audit yourself, you realize, I did not lose the 10 pounds that I say I want to lose, right? So you identify the results, you did not achieve your goal, so you identify the results. All right, so after you identify the results, what is the next step you need to do? You have to write down, okay, now why is it important that it's not just a thought process? Why is it important that you're not just thinking about it? Why is it important that you have to write this down? Because if you're just thinking about it, you will just think about it. You wouldn't do anything about it. There is no reminders. There's no constant reminders. There is no form of accountability. You know, sometimes when you write things down and you see it, you're making the extra effort to remind yourself why you do what you do. Okay, so you have to write this down, not just thinking. All right, so if you did not achieve your goals, you have to write down, why didn't you achieve your goals? You have to write down the results. Okay, I did not achieve my goals. What was the reason you did not achieve your goals? Okay, so it could be, I didn't make time for it. It could be, I didn't portion control my food. It could be, I didn't eat well enough. Okay, I've been snacking too much. You have to write down all those reasons. How come you did not achieve your goals? Okay, and if you did achieve your goal, you have to write down, how come, what did you do that you achieve your goals? So you're going to write down, okay, I did lose 5 pounds, 10 pounds. I want to continue to lose more. So you're going to write down, okay, I achieved my goals because I exercise 3 times a week. I ate smaller portions. I made more home cooked food, or I had pre-portioned food. So you want to write down those things that help you to achieve your goals. So you, for both, okay, you have to write down, okay, you have to write down what worked for you and what didn't work for you. Okay, so Veronica said that she wrote down, I will lose 25 pounds by Thanksgiving for 70 days in a row. Okay, and it worked for her. Congratulations. Okay, so thank you, Jackie, for joining us on Facebook. So now I have still a lot of Facebook users. I can't see your name, so make sure you click the StreamYard link. So once you identify why it didn't work, okay, once you identify why it didn't work, all right, let's say, okay, I did not have the time to work out. I did not have the time to make home cooked food. I did not have the time to, and I didn't eat well. I was snacking. So you have to be so honest with yourself, the actions that you took, or the lack of actions that you, the lack of actions that you allow yourself to not take any actions. You have to be so honest when you audit yourself and your progress. Okay, so once you audit yourself, you write it down, then you have identified the reason why you didn't achieve your goals. So now you have to identify, so those were your challenges, okay, those were your deterrents, those were the reasons why you did not achieve your goals. And then after that, what do you do? Okay, what do you do? So Stephanie, Christine, can you please post the link for the StreamYard for this Facebook user to click on it, please? So what do you do? The next thing, you are going to write down, okay, the first thing, I did not. So one of the first challenge is, oh, I didn't make time for it. Okay, so that was your challenge, right? So then you have to put down a solution for that. Okay, you have to write down a solution. How are you going to make time? Okay, and then the other one is I didn't have time to make home cooked food. So what's the solution? Maybe to order a food delivery. Okay, and then the third one is I was snacking. What's the solution? Do not buy junk food. Okay, do not buy junk food. So once you identify the challenges, then you are going to write down the solutions. Now, these solutions are your action plans. Okay, these solutions are your action plans. That means these action plans needs to be executed by you. Okay, now the problem about that is the problem with the action plan is a lot of us cannot stick with our action plans. All right, we don't hold ourselves accountable, and that could be an internal factor and an external factor. External factor is the environment. Okay, the internal factor is yourself, which is your mindset, your habits, and your current habits and your current behavior. Okay, so you have to identify all that. So let's go back to the action plan number one. I did not make time, so I have to make time to go exercise. So your action plan is I have to make time to go exercise, right? So now so you have to identify what are the challenges that is going to deter you to action on you need to make time. What are the deterrent? Okay, the deterrent or the distraction that is going to derail or deter you from executing that you're going to make time. So you have to write down, okay, I will have to stick to my CEO schedule. So you will have to start saying no to other people. You have to set your time boundaries, right? So you have to write down, okay, those are the potential distraction and the challenges. Okay, so what's your solution for that, right? So then the next one is we have to do meal prep, right? We don't have time for meal prep. So we're going to order food, right? So what is the deterrent and the challenge for ordering food? Financial. It's a financial cost, right? A financial cost. Where are we going to find that money, right? Where are we going to find that money? So you have to look at your financials and see where can you cut back in order to find that money to buy those prepared food. Okay. Then the third challenge, what do we say? Oh, we're snacking, right? So don't buy junk food. So what are the deterrent and what are the challenges that will cause you to buy junk food? So don't go to the supermarket when you're super hungry. Okay, don't go to the supermarket when you are having the time of the month that you want to snack all the time. So you have to be so mindful. Okay, you have to be so mindful about all these habits, all these behaviors, your current habits, your current behavior, and also your current mindset when you're creating all this solution, all this action plan. Because an action plan is great only if you can action on it. If you can't action on it, it's not great. It's going to make you feel demotivated because you realize that you write down all this action plan and you cannot action on it because they're not realistic. All right. They're not realistic or they're not easy to follow. All right. So that's the reason why we walk through the whole process of identifying your end results, identifying the challenges that's going to deter you for getting your end results, identifying the solutions for that, and what are also the challenges for executing the solution. So this is one step that we miss. In fact, this is several steps, okay, that we miss out, okay, when we're planning our resolution and our vision goal for next year. So let's talk a little bit about business. Okay, a lot of you are struggling with social media, being visible. Okay, so you don't want to appear, you have a hard time creating your social media posts with technology, stuff like that. So you have to ask yourself, okay, am I going to do it myself? Am I going to create the post myself? Because your goal is to be visible, all right, in your business. Your goal is to be visible. So how can you be visible? Attending trade shows, more on social media, right? Networking events. So what are the things that's going to deter? Financial, right? Financial is going to be a deterrent. Like, where am I going to find the money to attend trade shows? Correct? So then you have to ask yourself, okay, where can I find the money? So you have to look at your finances and see where can you cut back? Where can you cut back on certain things and so you can allocate the money to hire to attend a trade show, right? Then after that, you also have same thing for your social media, right? Where can I cut back in order to find the money to hire a social media manager? So either you cut back or you increase your sales. How are we going to increase the sales? Where are we going to find the sales? So these are the questions you have to ask yourself, right? So once you identify your goals, the results that you want to get, you have to identify the challenges, and then you have to find the solution for the challenges. So now all this is fine and dainty. Understanding your goals, understanding your challenges, understanding the solution to execute your challenges, right? But if you don't understand your why, if you don't understand why you want to do all this, why you want to achieve your goals, why you want to achieve your vision, you don't understand why you want to lose weight, okay? You don't understand why that is important for you, all right? That means you will never make it a priority, because when you hit a roadblock, when you are tired, when you don't have time, when you at the end of the day, after your work, you come home, you don't have time, you don't have the energy, okay, what do? You order pizza, right? You just want to lay in your couch and watch TV. So you will have all these things coming up because that's life. Then you are not able to execute those actions that you say that you're going to do in order to lose those pounds. So you have to go back to your why. But if your why is so strong, like you say, if I don't do this, if I don't lose those 10 pounds, I'm going to die. If I don't lose those 10 pounds, I'm going to miss out spending time with my loved ones going hiking. I am going to feel terrible. I am going to not have confidence in my self-image, right? You have to understand your why. You have to understand why you want to achieve all these goals. You have to write down 2 categories. If I achieve these goals, this is how my life is going to change. If I don't achieve these goals, this is how my life is going to change. All right. So you have to write down these 2 visions. If I achieve these goals, this is how my life is going to change. If I don't achieve these goals, this is how my life is going to change. And you're going to ask yourself, if you achieve and you don't achieve, how hungry are you for those results? How much impact is going to impact you, your life, that you will actually get off the couch to go work out? Or it's okay that I'm okay with having to stay on to these 5 to 10 pounds. You have to ask yourself these 2 visions, right? Does it really matter if you were to take action or no action? Okay, same thing for your business. You have to ask yourself, if I don't attend a trade show, if I don't show up for my social media, this will be the results or the repercussion. If I were to show up, and this will be the positive impact for my business, does it make any difference for you? Okay, if it doesn't make any difference, if the additional money, if the additional visibility is not that important or not that urgent for you, then you wouldn't take any action. Okay, so the motivation has to be there, the urgency has to be there. If there is no urgency, you will take your own sweet time. Okay, you'll take your own sweet time, or do nothing at all. So I want to caution you about that. The urgency has to be there, the why has to be there. Okay, and also, please, when you're making those action plans, break it into mini milestones that you can celebrate every single thing that you do. Do not give yourself the excuses or the reasoning that you can only celebrate if you hit a certain milestone. If you lose a quarter pound, okay, if you lose half a pound instead of the 1 pound that you say you want to lose in the month, and you lose half a pound, you got to celebrate that. If you walk past the ice cream aisle and you did not buy that ice cream or the chips, you got to celebrate that. Okay, if you did a 15 seconds video or Facebook Live, instead of the 1 minute that you set for yourself, the milestone, you have to celebrate that. Okay? If you don't celebrate every single time that you stretch yourself, all right, that you stretch your belief and you stretch your behavior and you stretch your mindset, you will be so demotivated when you don't see the results, because all you see is the things that you did not achieve, all the actions you did not do, instead of the little progress that you make and the little actions that you did. So you are not reinforcing your positive behavior. You are reinforcing the results that you did not get and the lack of action. And that's when you give up. So I want you to be so mindful of that, all right, when you're making your vision for 2022. So this is a very summarized version. I'm going to go into a call at 12:30 with my paid members inside our mentorship program to go in depth. We're going to have a co-working session today. Everybody has to work out their action plans, their goals, their action plans, potential challenges, and the solutions for the potential challenges. And we're going to share. This is what we do inside our mentorship program. So now, please take the time, okay? Don't be so fast to start writing down your resolutions and your goals for 2022. Start reflecting on your 2021 first. Take the time to audit yourself and your progress and be thankful for the little progress that you make and compound on that positiveness, all right? And then if you didn't achieve the results, don't be so hard on yourself. You have the choice to make the difference every single day, every single second, every single minute. You have the choice to make that positive impact from whatever that's not happening for you right now. You have the choice, but you got to know your why. You got to know your why before you make that choice. Otherwise, you will not play the long game. You wouldn't have the stamina or the motivation to do that. Okay? So I hope today's session has been great, that set you thinking. How are you going to make your vision plan for 2022? It's not going to be like how you used to do it in the past. I hope you give you some insight today. So thank you so much again for your time. My paid members, I'll see you in 4 minutes inside Zoom. And for all of you, I will see you again next Wednesday for our Facebook Live tutorial. Thank you everybody for your time.